Well, I watched Star Wars. Greetings, the whale of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squeal Talk at the Movies. I watched Star Wars, and I have also discovered the rift of opinions regarding the movie. Critics seem to like it, then the general audience seems to not. Though, we've also had some internet trolls step forward claiming they're responsible for this wave of negativity. But that's not what matters today, because you want to know what squirrels think of the newest addition to Star Wars. Well then, let's have a look. The characters. Both old characters and new come together as the First Order tries to keep hold of the galaxy. The main story is of Rey encountering an aged Luke Skywalker and trying to get him back into the fight. I like Rey better in this movie. She emotes more and looks like she's more invested in what's happening around her, even if she's been handed a handful of cheesy dialogue. Luke Skywalker is back in the story at last, but remember, he is an old man now, not the wide-eyed kid from Tatooine from the first whatever movie that was. Anyway, if you remember the events of the last movie, you'll know he's been through a lot, and now hardened and distant. And I think this is okay, seeing as what happened, I wouldn't see him as thrilled to be back in the plot. Finn's just as cool as he was before, and I like our hot-headed Poe pilot, and of course we have the new girl, Rose, the engineer extraordinaire. And I think she fits in well with the rest of the party. And I look forward to seeing her in future movies. Kylo Ren is still just as cranky as he always is, and it's nice seeing Leia in a leadership role. So honestly, I enjoyed all the main characters. The plot. Okay, so if there is anything about the movie that can get people complaining, it's bits and pieces of the story. Naturally, I won't go into too much detail just for the sake of those who haven't seen it yet and want to. While there were plenty of plot points that worked, there were plenty of those that didn't, plus a few plot holes thrown in there. But the number one problem with the plot is that they seem to have only written something for Luke and Rey to do. Everyone else spends the majority of the movie looking for something to do. Like I said before, I like Finn, I like the newcomer Rose, but let's face it, their giant sub-quest amounted to absolutely nothing. Same thing with Poe, and let's face it, Chewbacca was there for decoration. It's a common movie tactic to have multiple stories going on simultaneously, but when plots B and C don't go anywhere and just merge into A's, there wasn't much of a point to it. Also, the movie is long. 2.5 hours long. Now, length of a movie is not necessarily a positive or negative. It depends on what they do with their time. Well, a big chunk of it is pointless subplot. That's a complaint. And the other is that the movie just kept going on after it looked like it finished. We encounter what you would think would be the end, but no, there's one last chapter to the movie. Even if there were some more thrills, it did feel like it kept going after the end credit. But all in all, it did have plenty of good moments. Most of the plots may have gone nowhere, but that doesn't mean they weren't entertaining and lead to some epic throwdown. So in my opinion, the plot is okay. Design. It's freaking Star Wars, and it looks amazing. I love alien space and stuff, and it doesn't disappoint in looking good. Good-looking alien worlds, creatures, spaceships, and most important of all, epic space battles dragging you into the cockpit and giving you a ride of a lifetime. And the lightsaber duels were thrilling as well, giving us a lot of on-the-edge-of-your-seat moments. Overall, well, after carefully weighing all opinions and my personal experience, I have to honestly give the movie a watch it. Look, I know there's plenty of people making a big stink about it, and I can confirm that it does have a fair share of problems. But you know what? I had a good time watching the movie. The effects were good, the characters were enjoyable, and the plot, while full of holes, was definitely a roller coaster ride I'd take again. So if you're not someone that'll nitpick at every little thing that goes wrong, this is a Star Wars movie you can enjoy. And now, a moment with previews. Well, I'm still certainly looking forward to this one. Yeah, I saw the first attempt of Disney to make this. Not really the best. Maybe I'll review it before I see this one, but this one might turn out okay. Oh, here we go, the next Avenger movie that may or may not be spoiling parts of the unaired Black Panther movie. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk at the Movies. I thank my loyal subjects for watching. Please like and subscribe to me. Also donate to the channel on Patreon. If you think this is a Star Wars movie for you, do not hesitate to go check it out.